back and enjoy that shit. Look, just relax. Oh, that sick summertime, bitch. I like sitting in shotgun, deuce on the L. Parents not caring cause they used to the smell. Classy ass women, fresh ass linen. Hot summer days with a pool I can swim in. A good spot to kick it, a case of 40s. Them homies always having good stories. The beer bottles with the twist off caps. When old people tell you that they listen to rap. I love days I can sleep in, 4-day weekends. Hoes putting their clothes back on, you peeking. Blunt rides with a mixtape bumping. I love making love in public. And when the hip hop legend tour coming to your town, finding a crispy ass 20 on the ground, walking when the sun out, watch it run south. Or action movies when the villain pull his gun out.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Before I return to my regularly scheduled programming, I wanted to revisit this issue with this old fool that I had the misfortune of encountering a couple of days ago when I was on Junk Pile Video's live stream, as I was doing my all-day live stream event covering the Bill Cosby sentencing and the Me Too movement. And I want to revisit it because as I was thinking last night, it raised a very important issue that sparked a very pivotal question that I wanted to get you guys feedback on. And you see it in the title of the video. Now, before I do that, I just want to let you know that either right now or in a very short period of time, all three of the live stream events that I did, both on Junk Pile Video, the Obsidian Radio Live Network, and my own channel, Brian Solange, are going to be made available on BitChute and Black Avenger, respectively. The links for my BitChute and Black Avenger are down in the description box. If they are not there, once this video is released, they will be there in a short period of time. So if you did not catch those streams and they were all magnificent, please check back. They should be there, available in a very short period of time. Also, I've decided, as I said before, I'm going to start doing blogging professionally, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams. It's going to be part-time professional. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams with you guys, and we're going to be covering events like we did on that day. That was actually the opening salvo for me. We're going to be covering events as they happen, and we're going to be talking about events in recent time. I'm going to be bringing brothers, like-minded brothers on the panel to discuss with me, and yeah, I'm probably going to be begging you guys for donations. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing more live streams because I plan to do this professional part-time. So look out for that. That's going to be something that is going to be good because it's going to give me a better shot at growing my audience and interacting with the hardcore soldiers that have been with me since day one. So yeah, on that note, if you want to donate to the Brian Solange Show, links right down in the description box. My PayPal right at the top. Below that is my Gab TV, my Patreon, which I got to get back to, and my BitChute, Black Avenger TV, and my 2 alternate YouTube channels. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. All of those, please. Thank you. Now, to this issue, for those of you who missed the live stream, I made sure that I shared that really shameful portion of the live stream with you guys, and most of the live stream was good. There were a lot of intelligent conversation on there with other brothers, including Information Man, and there was another brother. He has a weird screen name, so I keep forgetting it, but I'm gonna have him on the panel the next time I do a stream, so it's all good. But going back and forth with that Negro that insisted that he's a player, and he's older than me and I might learn something, and this fool really thinks he's teaching me something, and the only thing he's teaching me is what type of man not to be. I mean, this guy sounds like he's 60, 70 years old, and it made me realize something. Now, and I expressed this responding to one of you brothers in the comment section yesterday. I said, now here you have this old crusty, dusty ass Negro that needs to be sitting his broken down ass in a rocking chair somewhere reading Harry Potter books to his grandchildren. No joke, And yet here he is talking shit at 60 or 70 years old, talking about, you gotta know how to caress a bitch. You gotta know how to finesse a bitch. You gotta know how to undress a bitch. Now, I just want you guys to share with me, even in the case of Hugh Hefner, what white senior citizen, what senior citizen of any race do you know talks like that? What other race of elderly male actually talks like that and sounds like that and thinks and reasons like that? And I couldn't help getting over the irony that while old white men like Donald Trump are dividing and conquering up the world, and trying to control North Korea and China, and reading to their grandchildren and taking care of their families, and going on vacations with their wives of 30 and 40 years. You had these old broken down ass Viagra taking, apple dumpling headed, Uncle Ben rice-a-roni reject Negroes walking around with a cane with their raggedy asses, still thinking that they pimps and players. I mean, that is just pathetic on a level that I cannot even describe right now. And it's really sad, and it sparked a very important question that, because, me and so many other black male content creators, and even a lot of people outside of the black community, all have unilaterally agreed that the best way to turn things around for the black community, to improve our station as a people, is to bring fathers and bring men back into the household. But I believe I said about a year ago, I made a video and I was talking about a picture that I saw with Chief Keef holding a baby, and I said, I gotta rethink, do you really want to bring males back into the household? Because if they're as fucked up as these females, are they gonna do any good? They might actually make matters worse. But at that time, I was talking about the younger generation of black males who like the black female, can't even be classified as adults. By legal age, they're adults, but mentally, a lot of them don't have, a IQ level any higher than a 3-year-old. Okay, but I was not thinking of black men that were, of the baby boomer or even World War II generation, the so-called greatest generation. One would think that a man as old as this Benzo character would be what Negroes like to call wise beyond his years. Okay, and, I could see, and that's the thing, I could see if this old fool was arguing with me about marrying a woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's still some simp shit in this day and age. But, you know, I could see if, you know, he was a person that was married himself for, you know, 30, 40, 50 years. And, you know, he was trying to explain to me, you know, how good it is when you find the right woman and you know, y'all stick together and you have children and have a family and you grow old together and die together. You know, I wouldn't agree with, but I could respect that. Here you have an old Uncle Ben Rice-A-Roni reject ass Negro talking about some, you gotta know how to caress it, bitch. You gotta know how to finesse it, bitch. You gotta know how to undress it, bitch. I mean, this shriveled up dick. No, we're not gonna do that on YouTube. Never mind. But y'all see where I'm going with this? Now, I recall on several occasions, David Carroll, he was talking about these, you know, grown-ass men, 30, 40 years old. Some of them have wives and children, you know, always in the face of other grown-ass black men trying to argue, stalking black men, such and such. But even he was talking about, you know, black men that were more middle, you know, in the middle age range. This dude sounded like he was just a day short and $1 late of being in a nursing home some fucking where. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what old man talks like that? And the thing is, you know, if you're about the pussy, you're about the pussy. But you actually have the blatant audacity and gall to think that you're gonna tell me something just because you have, you know, you've been on this planet years later, but you act like you haven't learned anything. You act like you haven't learned anything more than I have. You act like you've learned less than I have. I even confronted him with the fact that, you know, because he seemed to come off as thinking he had game. And I asked him, I said, don't you think these men of power, fame, and influence, and you know, wealth, don't you think they thought they had game? I know you don't have as much money and popularity as they do. And look at what's happening to them. They're losing their jobs. They're going to prison. Their reputations and livelihoods are being destroyed. So what makes you think that your game of knowing how to caress a bitch, knowing how to finesse a bitch, knowing how to undress a bitch is any stronger than theirs? You don't think Matt Lauer and that guy at CBS, whatever his name was, something Munoz, and Bill Cosby, you don't think they used to brag to they rich buddies about how they was fucking and wearing them hoes out, thinking that they had game like guys do all the time, from high school up through college? You don't think they were bragging about that? You know, thinking that they was, you know, the baddest player that ever walked the face of the earth until they got caught up by them hoes? And one would think that an old man, even if he didn't know anything else, he could take note of what's been going on with this Me Too bullshit and see that that is not the way to go about doing things when dealing with women. Thinking that you slick and thinking that you a player. Okay? I could see one of these little young ass, dumb ass fools thinking that. But this is a man, you know, well into his, sounded like he was well into his 60s. I can't see him being a day younger than 60 years old. And so again, the legitimate question has to be raised. Do we really want to bring men like this back into the household? I want you guys' honest opinion about this. If I wasn't so busy, I'd do a live stream about it, you know. But I want to get to this before, you know, I return to regularly scheduled programming and start making the videos that I'm kind of running late on. And look, don't get me wrong. I've said on you know, several occasions myself, and I'm sure all of us have had experiences with, you know, black men, you know, in our lives that were older and gave us a lot of good wisdom. They set a good example before us. My father is one of them. You know, some of you have had fathers or stepfathers or grandfathers that did it right and showed you you know, how to deal with situations in life, everything from dealing with women to, you know, paying bills to, you know, obeying the law to, you know, growing up and being a responsible man and raising your children. You know, some of you did have that good example of black men, because there are many good older black men out there, you know, that we respect and even black women respect, you know. But then there are those of us who had, unfortunately, a bad example set before us by stepfathers and uncles and, you know, biological fathers. In some of our cases, grandfathers, you know, older men, you know, that ran the streets that, you know, some of us looked up to when we were, you know, youthfully wayward. So it's kind of like a give and take type of thing, you know. There are good examples of older black men out there that are mature and wise beyond their years, but then there are older black men out there that act half their fucking age, a quarter of their fucking age, and set a very bad example in the things that they say and do before the younger generations of black men. So in that sense, one could argue that it's not just the fact that the black female adopted welfare policies and essentially surgically removed the black man from the household. It's also that you got these you know, wannabe Mac Daddy, jive time, super fly ass Negroes, you know, that never grew up mentally, still thinking they got it, like these black females that they call cougars, you know, still out here, you know, going to clubs and bars, dressing up like hoes, you know, trying to compete with these younger females when it's obvious that there's no way in heaven or hell that they're gonna be able to. You know, you got older black men that act like that too, you know, think that they still got it. And it's like you would think that they would have grown out of that. But it's just living proof that some people never grow up. They literally never grow up. It's like they want to be a Toys R Us kid for the rest of their fucking life until it's time to jump in that casket. So yeah, I wanted to know what you guys think, because I had even mentioned about, you know, 50-year-old gray-haired and bald-ass Negroes in the break room of jobs that I've worked at in the past. You know, and in the break room, they always talking about, you know, pussy payments and all this dumbass shit. And again, these are guys that should be, you know, grandfathers, you know, married for 20, 30 years to a wife, you know, with, you know, children that are going through college, and, you know, they're giving them wisdom, and they sitting up here, you know, trying to brag with the younger cats, as they call them, about the amount of pussy that they get. It's really fucking pathetic. Who's setting the example in the black community, even amongst black men that are actually supposed to be classified as and look like black men? I guess that's why they say looks can be deceiving. But anyway, yeah, guys, I wanted your honest opinion on that. You know, and you do see this in other races of men, but not as much as you see it in the black race. You know, most older white men or Asian men or Hispanic men that I've seen act their age, you know, no matter what they did in their youth. You know, most men have done dumb shit in their youth, just like most women have done dumb shit in their youth. But men mature, I think, a lot more as they get older than women do, and they act their age in most other races. And you know, you have black men like that as well, but it seems to be that we have a higher percentage of black males still acting like fucking retards at 50, 60, 70 years old. So what do you guys think? We're bringing black men back into the home in mass over a course of time. Considering that we seem to have 50-50 when it comes to these apple dumpling headed, shriveled up dick, Uncle Ben rice-a-roni reject ass niggas that think they still pimps and players, you know, from black men that actually act like they have fucking sense and act their age. Do you think that over time it would actually help or hurt the black race? Thanks, and talk to you later, guys.
Classy ass women, fresh ass linen, hot summer days with a pool I can swim in. A good spot to kick it, a case of 40s. Them homies always having good stories. The beer bottles with the twist off caps. When old people tell you that they listen to rap. I love days I can sleep in, 4-day weekends. Hoes putting their clothes back on, you peeking. Blunt rides with a mixtape bumping. I love making love in public. And when the hip hop legend tour coming to your town, finding a crispy ass 20 on the ground, walking when the sun out, watching Run's house, or action movies when the villain pull his gun out. The best things in life is the free ones. The little things everybody needs some. The finer things make you feel better, but no one ever seemed to remember. The best things in life is the free ones. The little things everybody needs some. The finer things make you feel better, but no one ever seemed to remember. I like sleeping in class and cheating the past. Hoes walking in the holes and you reach for they ass. Fast food lines when they moving so quickly. When your weed man hit you with some sticky. Street performers warming up the corners, selling by the ounce then pinching by the quarter. When some kicks on sale, waking up in the morning with a shitload of mail.